What it is, what it was, what it could be, y'all. Welcome back to Disc Golf Justice, and welcome back to my property. Today I'm going to try to get holes 1 and 2 of the home course build set up. If you guys haven't seen the first episode of the series, I'll link it up here. But I'm building a disc golf course here at my property. I just bought 20 acres. My wife and I bought 20 acres, and I'm going to try to annoy the heck out of her and get a disc golf set up. Hole 1 tee pad. I'm literally standing in front of my door right now. I'm sure she's gonna love that. Now I don't have baskets or tee pads yet, but I mean I can do a little generalized, tee pad area, and I can put a post in the ground for the baskets. But what today's main focus is gonna be is clearing. There's a ton of dead trees, debris on the ground. I gotta do some serious mowing. When I got this property, it was completely overrun. You couldn't see out into this pasture. You couldn't see down here. I had to do a ton of clearing. I put it all into a pile and I need to burn it, but I just haven't done that yet. It's been quite dry. And before my tree huggers get upset, because I'm a tree hugger myself, I'm primarily cutting down dead branches and everything. I'm hardly taking any live branches. Like these pine trees here, all the lower limbs, most of the pine trees here are almost dead completely, but their lower limbs are just dead. There's some honey locust branches that need to be cleared as well, and then just some tall grass still that I didn't get mowed. I haven't really worked past a certain point down there, so there's a lot of stuff I need to get picked up. But before we get started, I'm going to show you guys hole 1 and 2, because like I said, I'm really excited for hole 2. I'm hoping you guys like it as well, because I think it's going to end up being my favorite hole. But hole 1, we got basically a little, I don't know, 250 footer dead straight tunnel shot. I don't want it to be too far, because if you watch the first video, I am going to have a garden down there to the right, so I don't want disc going into my garden. But I think for a first hole, a nice easy, you come out the door, you just got a putter shot 200 feet. I think I'm really gonna like that. But we got some branches down there that need to get cleared. Before we do that, let's go show you hole 2. Hole 2, we're gonna stay in the same tree line for the tee pad. And I don't know if you can see, I'll get the drone going down here, but there's a lot of brush in the way for the drone. You're gonna be throwing down the hill roughly, I don't know, 200 feet, 150 feet. And then you got a mando left of the final tree down there. So you have to go down this tunnel. Mando left, and then it spits out to the right, across the pasture, all the way over to that little pond over there. Eventually that pond, I've decided I'm just gonna expand that pond and make it a lot bigger. But for now, I'm just gonna put the basket right down there at the tip of that pond. And I think that's gonna be awesome. Nice little tunnel shot. For me, it'd probably be like a forehand down there. Try to get around the mando left if you can. If not, if you can just get down to the bottom of this hill so you have a clean look at the basket, I think that's gonna be freaking awesome. But there's a ton of branches that need to get cleared. This would be a par 4 and arguably my favorite hole on the course, possibly. I don't know, we'll see. But that pond down there was completely full just a couple days ago from all the snow we had. The snow melted because we've finally got some nice weather. And within like 2 days it dried up. So I was really hoping when I did the drone fly throughs it would have some water in it, but unfortunately we don't. But that's enough talking. I think we need to get into action. So I got my AirPods in. I'm gonna put on a podcast. I'm gonna put on my safety goggles because I'm working with some heavy artillery today. I got a chainsaw. Oh, it's an electric chainsaw. I got a lawnmower. I'm gonna be out here. I got a pole saw. So let's get to work, baby. well, I reckon that's enough cutting of limbs in hole one. Like I said, I am pretty much only doing dead branches. There may have been 1 or 2 live branches, but I'm still leaving quite a few dead branches because I'd like there to be some challenge where if you hit a little stick or something, you could get a missed kick, or maybe it could kick you in for an ace. But I think that's enough cutting of branches. What I need to do now is clear all those branches I cut off of hole 1, and then there's a whole bunch of just junk. I got a bunch of trash cans here that you guys can't quite see there in frame. There's tires and stuff, some plastic bottles, just a bunch of junk I need to clear out, and then I need to mow over this spot. Hopefully I can knock it all down, no problem. And then hole 1 will be pretty much done. I'll put a post in the ground and that'll be hole 1. We can move on to hole 2. All right, time to try to mow. Let's see if this old bad girl starts up. Hope she does, because I really like to get this mowed. Come on, baby. Yeah, buddy. So I actually have some spare tires, a bunch of tires just laying around here from the old owner. So I'm thinking what I'm gonna do, put this post in the ground and then put the tires around this. This will kind of keep the tires from falling over. And then we'll have a bit of a basket, a little homemade basket. So let's pound this bad girl in. First of all, make sure this final location, we'll call it right there. No, we'll back it up a little bit. Right there. Yep. Oh, this thing's kind of heavy, and I'm short. That's pretty good height. All right, that shouldn't. You gotta do the old. That ain't going anywhere. Let's grab the tires. This tire is bigger than the other ones. I feel like it should be on the bottom. OCD, what can I say? I got OCD and I know it. Yeah, like that. We got ourselves a homemade basket. It'll probably try to tip over and get all messed up, but I don't know. We'll see how she goes. Maybe if I put a second pole in here, it wouldn't do that. I think that's good enough for me, though. Good enough for now, anywho. Cool. Actually, you know what? Before we move on to hole 2, let's play hole 1. I ended up having lunch real quick, but we're gonna play the very first hole, hole 1, on the home course build. I'm pretty excited. Got 2 discs. I'm gonna try a backhand and a forehand route. which start with the backhand, nice and easy. You don't want to get too much height, but you got to get over. I left that little fence down there on purpose because I think it'll be fun that you got to get it up and over that. So let's see if we can. A little short there, actually. I think I might have caught a twig up there. That's what I actually do like this because you can't go too high, but you also can't go too low. This is really a nice little shot shape. We'll try the forehand route. A little Annie flick down there. Oh, that might be too much. Didn't give it enough Annie. It's actually a lot shorter of a shot than you think. I feel like Gannon Burr could probably putt this. So the zone is actually parked. We must have got caught up or something. It seemed like it was gonna go way too far. I was debating on removing this. This is a hackberry tree. I was debating on removing that or not because if it's once it gets big, it's gonna have to get removed. It's not gonna get any sunlight in here, and it is kind of blocking the basket there. If you were making a good ace run, I could see this getting in the way a lot. Right now, it's in the way of my putt. I don't know. I think for now I'm gonna leave it, but I have a feeling that hackberry tree is gonna get removed. It's just in a bad location for everything. It's not gonna grow very well there either. So yeah, let's try to make this putt up and over. Let's do up and over. You could go easy hyzer around, but I mean, technically we hit it. I feel like I should paint on there where you gotta hit it in, you know, for like the basket area. So I'm not gonna count that. But my zone was right here. So I feel like I'm gonna like paint these three. So you gotta hit actually above there for it to count. Well, now we got some work to do for hole 2. And most of it is just moving brush. There's a lot of brush piles there that need to get moved. So let's go get to work. So for this hole, the tee pad I want to be right here. Directly behind you is a pretty big brush pile, which is directly after the previous basket. And as you can see, I got 2 brush piles right here that are just in my fairway. And so I don't really know what to do. I'd obviously like to burn them, but it's really dry right now. I think we're gonna have to wait for another time to do that. So I think what I'm just gonna do is take these 2 brush piles, or it might be even 3, and stack them on the pile behind you. Create kind of a wall, which actually will help a little bit, and so that if any discs go long, which is bound to happen with me not being good at throwing short shots, they'll get stopped by this brush pile and won't come into my garden, because my garden's here to the right, or to my left now. And then I'll also have to remove a few branches here so that you can throw down this hill. But again, I'm gonna try to stick to just the dead ones. But let's get to moving some sticks. I think I'm actually gonna keep a little bit of this pile here because it'd be fun to, if you just straight off the tee smash this little pile, it would screw you pretty bad. I don't want it to be too tall though. I want it to be relatively easy to get over, but one of those you laugh at your friends and make jokes at them for a while when he smashes it. So I might just kind of leave that. Now I need to cut some of these dead branches off and then drag them out of the way as well. And then I'll need to mow this section, and hopefully I can get it all done today. We're losing light slowly but surely, so hopefully we can get this knocked out here. Timber! That's the last one. I just gotta clear these two branches. I've been picking them up as I go to save a bit of time. Clear these two, mow this section down here, and I gotta put the post in the ground, and we're in business. Getting close. This hole is looking fantastic. I love it. I'm thinking right about, I kind of want to put it here because a lot of discs will go into that water. I might give myself a little bit of grace and put it more here. That looks pretty good to me. So let's get to pounding. There we go. I'm gonna quickly get the drone fly throughs done and let's go play hole 2. I'm very excited for this, very, very excited. Obviously, even though this pool or this pond is dried up, if you land in there, that's OB. I don't care if it's dry or full. All right, first time playing hole 2, which could arguably end up being my favorite hole on the home course build. I actually brought my whole cart over here because I don't know exactly what I'm gonna throw. I feel like off the tee, since there's that Mando left down there, the last pine tree, I'm thinking overstable 9-speed, throw it down the hill. Hopefully it fades back around. We'll see, I don't know. First time throwing this shot. So I'm gonna take the cap wrap, which a heads up, I have the 2025 cap wrap, which I'm gonna be comparing to this 2024 cap wrap very soon. All right, let's see if we can get a little McFlicker down there. Oh, just a bit too inside. That wasn't horrible. Wasn't horrible, just a bit too inside. I think if we do the same thing with my Mad Cat, this might work a little better. That was actually coming a bit hot too. So I'm thinking, since it's drastically downhill, it could just be a zoner. We'll see. Watch out, dogs. Scooby, watch out. Same thing. Oh, that one got through. That ended up being absolutely perfect. It got through and skipped way out there. I got lucky, but it did work. I'm thinking it honestly could just be a zoner. It's not that far down the hill, really. That's better. That's better. And that's still too far. Yeah, that still actually went way too far. Okay. Well, now I know. I still think zone would be the shot. You could throw, actually, I might try the Justice. I might need this a little bit of Annie and just barely throw it. Oh, I threw that still way too hard. That's a touchy shot. I mean, I got the perfect anhyzer there. I'm actually gonna try my flippy mid-range on a backhand and see if we can't hyzer flip it over and around the Mando. Too low. and Scooby kind of got in my way. I'm actually having a hard time finding that mad cat. I'll find it eventually. It was just some longer grass out here. This cat wrap, my first shot though, did land in like my ideal landing zone. You want to get right in here, so, or ideally even skip out there like the mad cat did, and then you have a full look or easy look. I don't know the exact distance. It seems like a full rip, but it is downhill, so it honestly might not be. I'm gonna take a photon. I'm not gonna go big boy time lapse in. We'll send this down there and see what it does. Come on back. Is it parked? Oh, it went too long. I landed on, I stayed safe, but I think I went on the far side of the pond. So it's not that far of a shot. I'm gonna try a crave. Accidentally put that on Anheuser, so it's gonna go too far. That landed in the pond. If I wouldn't have put that on Anheuser, it would have been fine. All right, I'm probably gonna lose another disc out here. Let's try the FD. Actually, let's try a forehand. Kind of slipped there. Didn't get over on that all the way. Distance-wise, that's good. Just a little bit too far to the right. I like this hole though, it's nice. Crave actually didn't go B. It got over the pond just enough. So this one seems like the most fun to putt from because I'd have to putt across the pond. That'd be pretty cool. Oh, that was a wobbly old putt. Hey, well, we're gonna par hole 2. First time playing it. That's all right. I birdied hole 1. We'll par hole 2. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think of the first 2 holes layout. What do you think of the course build series? Next episode will be holes 3 and 4. So I'm really looking forward to getting the next ones going. And I changed those holes too. There's been quite a bit of changing going on, but I'm very excited. Smash the subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the thumbs up button, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.